Yes, my good people, welcome back to our YouTube channel. The reason why William Ruto anataka Martha Koome aweze kutolewa pale kwenye Judiciary, kwenye Chief Justice. Then hii mambo ya abduction, Martha Koome amesimama anasema ya kwamba serikali iwache kufanya abduction kwa young generation. Kwa sababu sasa hizi guys, ukiangalia vizuri, young generation ni watu wengi zaidi. Ni vijana wengi saizi wameweza kufanyiwa abduction wakati ambapo watu walikuwa wanasherehekea Krismasi. Unaona watu wangu? So tunataka tuangalie Martha Koome akijaribu kupeana William Ruto warning kwamba if possible William Ruto kuna uwezekano ya kupelekwa ICC. Kwa sababu mambo haya yameendelea zaidi na yanafanyika kinyume na matarajio ya Wakenya wakati William Ruto aliingia uongozini akisema ya kwamba yeye ata make sure hii mambo ya abduction itaweza kuzikwa kwenye kaburi la sahau. Unaona watu wangu? Na huyu ni William Ruto. I want you to listen. Kabla tuangalie Judiciary inasema aje, hebu sikiza jinsi ambavyo William Ruto aliweza kuzungumza kuhusu hii mambo ya abduction hapa nchini Kenya. But before we listen guys, allow me first of all to welcome you inside Raipenda Evans Online TV. Guys, nimekuwa nikikwambia kwamba without you hii channel haiwezi fika anywhere. So umekuwa tu pale ukinisupport na nina imani ya kwamba bado unaendelea kunisupport. So support yako nimeendelea kurecognize na ni Mungu amepitia ndani yako ili uendelee kunisupport. So by doing that, acha Mungu pia aweze kukurejeshea mazuri ili uweze kufanikiwa zile moments tu utakuwa una like hii video watu wangu. Kwa hivyo wale wageni, make sure pia mna subscribe ili tuwe familia kubwa tena zaidi. Kwa hivyo guys, we want us just to listen, but don't forget to like this video ili uendelee kuonyesha kwamba tuna communicate na unaendelea kusupport hii channel. Let us listen to William Ruto, jinsi ambavyo alikuwa anazungumza mambo ya abduction na ni nini kimejaribu kutokea sasa hivi, na kisha tuendelee kusikiza mambo ya Judiciary pia wanapangia William Ruto nini. Let us listen, kisha tuendelee zaidi.
Mambo ya usalama ikaharibika, polisi wakabadilika wakawa ni watu wa kuwaua Wakenya badala ya kuwalinda. Tumevunja, mimi nimeamurisha juzi ivunjwe ile ilikuwa inaitwa special sijui nini ya polisi ambayo ilikuwa inaua Wakenya kiholela. That is the history we want to forget.
The state's attitude of see no evil, hear no evil on the boom in abductions exposes the government over its apparent failure in the protection of lives and freedom of Kenyans.
This raises a red flag about our preparedness in matters of national security, and that this can be happening in a country where we have a serving national police service and yet we are getting no answers. Then it means something definitely is wrong about the whole security apparatus.
The worryingly relaxed attitude by the state now a stark departure from the grandiose pledge President William Ruto made in remedying the situation in public, narrating his own experience and ordeal in the hands of security agencies.
Yes, I have been a subject of harassment by the police. But you heard me. I spoke clearly, with clarity, and I told the IG and all the commanders who came here from every county that they have no business carrying out political orders. Let them go and read the Constitution and read the law.
The denial by the police of involvement in abductions, however, raises fundamental questions on who is carrying out the abductions, how so without the knowledge of the security agencies, and whether it translates to mushrooming of criminal elements gaining a foothold and the actionable measures the state is undertaking, and whether there is a special squad working outside the command of the National Police Service.
If I looked at the way these operations are being done, we call them low signature operations, whereby we have very highly trained people come in, handle a sensitive site, do the exploitation, and then leave without any traces, or they don't leave any evidence or little evidence per se. And here we have an Inspector General who is saying that it is not me. Then who is responsible for this?
The increasingly apparent negligence by the government and the runaway and unlawful abductions of Kenyans has created an environment characterized by uncertainty.
Unaona watu wangu? So William Ruto mambo yake yanachemka tena zaidi. Na judiciary inajaribu pia kuzungumzia hii story ya abduction. Kama William Ruto anasema ya kwamba sio serikali ndio inaendelea na mambo ya abduction, kitengo cha DCI, kitengo cha wanapolisi, ni nani huyo ambaye anajaribu ku abduct watu hapa nchini Kenya, especially youths wanajaribu kufanywa abduction? Sana sana wana target wale ambao wanajaribu kupost hizi memes ambazo zimekuwa zikidescribe rais vibaya. Hebu tusikize kisha tuendelee zaidi, watu wangu.
The judiciary has slammed the government over the recent spate of abduction cases, telling the security agencies to adhere to the law to safeguard fundamental rights and freedoms. This comes on the day Kenyans thronged social media spaces to call for an end to abductions in the country, using artificial intelligence tools to express their rage against the state for the fresh clampdown by government online critics. As Emmanuel To now reports, the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights has documented 7 new cases of abductions in December.
New cases of abduction with each passing day have become all too common in the last few days. The recent spike in cases of kidnappings of online government critics by people believed to be the police, catching the attention of the judiciary, which has called for respect for the rule of law. In a statement posted on the judiciary's X platform, the institution tasked with interpreting the law said, quote, "Kenya is a constitutional democracy where the rule of law stands as a foundational value and guiding principle of our governance. Abductions have no place in law and indeed are a direct threat to the rights of citizens." The statement by the third arm of government led by Chief Justice Martha Koome, firing a warning shot directed at security agencies, saying, quote, "We strongly urge security agencies and all connected entities to adhere to the law to safeguard fundamental rights and freedoms." This comes as the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights issued a statement revealing that 7 more people were abducted this month alone. The commission stating that 6 out of the 7 persons were still missing. The 7 were Stephen Kavingo Mbisi from Machakos, Billy Wanyiri Mwangi from Embu, Peter Muteti, who was abducted in Udhiru, Nairobi, Bernard Kavuli from Gung, Nairobi, Naomi a.k.a. Jaber Toto from Ruaraka, Gideon Kibet a.k.a. Kibet Bull, who was taken in Nairobi, and Ronnie Kiplangat from Kiambu. Citizen TV, however, followed up on the alleged abduction of Naomi, also known as Jaber Toto, and could find no proof that she had been abducted. KNCHR states that so far, there have been 13 more cases of abductions or enforced disappearances in the last 3 months, bringing to 82 the total cases since June 2024. 29 persons are still missing since June 2024. These as Kenyans took to social media by their numbers, using artificial intelligence-generated content to call for an end to abductions, with the hashtags #EndAbductionsKE and Free Kibet Bull trending on X since the abductions started. Kenyans posting messages against the government's threat to democracy and failure to respect the rule of law. These AI-generated pictures depicting demonstrators occupying the streets with accompanying messages on placards against the new cases. Angry Kenyans using social media to tell the president to respect the rule of law and arrest protesters instead of abducting them. Some threatening to go back to the streets, as was witnessed in June and July this year, if those abducted are not released.
Unaona watu wangu, na hiyo ndio kitu ambacho William Ruto amefanya blanda ya kuendelea kufanya abduction kwa hawa vijana. So William Ruto anaendelea kulose support ya watu wengi hapa nchini Kenya. Kila county sasa, kila region, William Ruto hakubaliki, and I don't know William Ruto atatumia mbinu gani. Atapest strategies gani in 2027 ili aweze kuwin tena support ya hao watu waweze kumpitisha. I don't know ni gani. Wewe unafikiria William Ruto atatumia mbinu gani ili aweze kufaulu kura za 2027? Kwa sababu saizi kila kitu ambacho William Ruto amekifanya ameendelea kukwaza Wakenya mioyo yao. Unaona watu wangu, na Wakenya wamechoka na William Samuel Arap Ruto. So guys, utakuwa unaniambia kwenye comment section jinsi ambavyo wewe unafikiria. Kwa hivyo guys, ni Raipenda Evans, kwa tuna siku njema hadi wakati mwingine. Bye bye.